Alright, so far we've learned about column, we've learned about rows, we've learned about how to make a scrollable screen, a complex of single child scroll view, and inside it we have a column. So we can have this scrollable screen with different approach, and this approach is a list view. So let's have a look at it. First, I will remove this widget completely. I will comment it. Then instead of having single child scroll view inside it a column, I can have list view directly. Okay, and list view like column, like rows, we have children as well. So we can add some children's, but instead of doing so, I will just copy what we have inside our column. So I will copy everything till here and paste it here. Then I will uncomment it and save it now, and let's see what happened. Okay, we are having the same children, the same screen with scroll without having to have a single child scroll view. But guys, if you haven't noticed something, you should, because as you can see, our container and our button are stretched, but they were stretched because inside our column we were giving it a stretch in the cross-axis alignment, but inside our list view we are not saying anything. We're just giving them an outline button and a container, so they are stretched by themselves. We don't stretch them. So for example, here we are giving it a width of 200, but it's not taking it, it's stretching. So to solve this issue, or actually to manipulate this issue, we can wrap our widget inside another widget, and this widget would be a line. So if we wrap our container inside an align widget, it will take the width we give it. So let's save it now and see what happens. Okay, now it's taking the width we're providing. For example, if we change the width to 100 or 10, it will change as well. So, but align also have another property. It has alignment. So we can align our widget inside the list view. For example, we can have center left, center, top right, top left, etc. So let's try top left, top right, sorry. And here's our container now. Let's increase the width a little bit to 100 at least. Okay, so we can have left as well, and we can have it as center, and the default is center, but center, not left, center. Okay, but we have multiple options here, but what we care about now is only center and left or right. But even if we provide top left or bottom left or center left, it will just go to the left, and it doesn't take that effect. For example, it goes to the top left or top right because we are inside a list view. But in some cases, in another widget, if we provide center or center left, it will go to the actual center, for example a stack, but we will talk about that later. Now what we care about, only left to right and center. And let's align also our outline button with a line to take its actual width, not just the whole width. So list view has many benefits than that. For example, we can have scroll direction inside our list view. To add that, before our children, we write scroll direction, then we give it access dot, and we have two options, either horizontal or vertical. The default one is vertical, so let's try the horizontal. Now, if we save this, it wouldn't work because we are having a row, and a row doesn't have a width. It takes the width automatically. So if we are having the scroll direction horizontal and the width doesn't have, and the row doesn't have a known width, so it might give us an error. So let's save it and see. So now if I click on this run, we will have an error here. So to solve this error, we definitely have to wrap our widget inside a sized box, and we need to give it not height, we need to give it a width. So let's try a width of 500 and save it now. Okay, now they appear. So we can scroll horizontally now, and this is our list view currently, but it doesn't look nice, so let's reverse it to vertically, and this is better. So if we are having a scroll view, a list view of vertical axis, we don't care about the width of the row. So we can save it now and nothing will change. And we have different properties inside the list view. For example, we can provide shrink to wrap property to true or false. Sometimes we need to pass this property to true to wrap our widget inside the list view. We can pass, for example, reverse. Let's have it to true and save it now, and let's see how our list view will look like now. Okay, here is it. It will be reversed. And we have, for example, physics. We can provide, for example, const scroll physics. For example, it doesn't have any effect right now, but for example, if we are having a nested list view, we need to pass this parameter. So as we can have a row inside a column and a row inside a list view, we can have nested list view inside each other. For example, if we want to have a list view, then inside the list view, we want to have a list view that has horizontal items, for example, stories or anything like that, we can do that. So the first thing, let me remove this, save it. So now, before the row, let's add another list view. So I will add a list view, then don't forget the comma here, and let's have a children. Inside the children, let's say I want to have multiple containers. Container. Okay, and we want to be the width to be, for example, 200 and the height to 100. Then give it a decoration, const box decoration. Inside it, we want this color to be colors to blue, and let's copy it multiple times, but don't forget the comma. And let's change the color, for example, this green and this black, and let's save it. As you can tell, it won't appear. So to make it appear, we have to pass shrink to wrap to true, and we have to pass physics to const scroll physics. Alright, but if we save it now, even if we pass these two, it wouldn't work. Why? Because as the row inside, from a while when we make it horizontal, as the row, it needs to know its width or height. For example, the row needs to know its width, but the list view needs to know its height. So we have to wrap it with a widget, either container or sized box, but the best option is sized box. So we have to give it a height. Let's say we're given a height of 100. 150 is good. So if we save it now, they will appear hopefully. But as you can see, they don't look good. So what we can do, we can give it scroll direction to horizontal. I'll say axis dot horizontal. Now if we save it, it will look like this. But as you can see, we've already given it a height of 150, and we've given each container a height of 100, but we don't have spaces, which means these containers are stretched. To solve that, we need to wrap it with align. So if we wrap this with align, and we wrap this with align, and we wrap this as well with align, align and save it, it will look better because it will stick to the height we've given it. So here you go, my friends. Now we have a list view, we have a row inside a list view, we learned about column, we have a scrollable horizontal list view inside our list view. So that would be all for today. See you guys in the next tutorial.